Hi everybody, Cynthia here. Welcome back to Tag Time Tuesday. We are on number 2 in the series. Hopefully we have enough lighting. It's a little late here, but I really wanted to get this done for you guys. So today I'm making tag cards for all you card lovers out there. And I decided to use a Michael's corrugated card. And if you cut them right, you can end up getting 2 tag cards out of 1 Michael's corrugated card. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I just want to share with you the book that I got out of my library. It's called 175 Fresh Card Ideas. It's from 2010 by Kimber McGray, but oh my gosh, such cute cards in here. I want to try just about every one I've seen in this book while I still have it before it's due back. But really cute cards, simple, clean lines, which I love. You know, sometimes I want to make a real elaborate card and add tons of flowers and everything, and then there's other times I just want a cute, simple card that still looks really beautiful and elegant. So this is where I drew a lot of my inspiration for the cards that I've already made, tag cards. And this one, it's a little tag card. I used the corrugated cardstock from Michael's, and it's my little love bug card. And that's the inside. It says Happy Valentine's Day. I did this one, which I thought was really cute. Did 1-inch squares, and then I stamped on them, and then I created a button from the paper, coordinating paper, and just added this lace and twine up top, and then that's the inside. Just punched out a few hearts and put them down here. And then this is my I'll Always Love You card, tag card, and the inside. And then this is my last Valentine card I made, which doesn't really have to be Valentine's, but as you can check that out. And then this is the inside, just plain and simple. Okay, and I decided I needed to make a few thank you cards, so this is the thank you card that we're going to make tonight. Okay, it's really simple to create these from the Michael's corrugated cardstock, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So you want to take a Michael's card and you want to open it up. Okay, it's much easier to cut. This measures 5.5 inches, so you want to take it to the 2 3/4 inch mark and make your cut. Okay, now this is going to give you 2 cards out of that 1 card. Okay, now we're going to make it look like a tag, so you want to take this corner, going to line it up with your 2.5 inch mark here. So aim your corner to 2.5, that line, and hold it there. And then this corner up here, you want to take to your 1/4 inch line on this side of your cutter, and that's basically the first black line that you see here. So 2.5, and then just touch the corner up here to the 1/4 inch mark. Okay, and make your cut. Okay, that gives you your first angle. You want to flip it around and take this point, 2.5, and this point to that first black line, just touching it, which is the 1/4 inch, and make your cut. Now you're going to do that for all of your papers that you're going to add onto your tag. Okay, so we have it even on both sides. Then you're going to need, since we're making this tag here, I'll put it right here so we can see it. For your back piece here, you're going to need a piece that measures 2.5 by 5 1/4. Okay, we're going to run this through the Cuddle Bug, which I already have out. Let me adjust my camera, guys, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm using my A plate my 2 B plates for my sandwich. And this is the file folder I'm using. It just has leaves. And for the top part of the tag, I'm just gonna stick it in the file folder in the center, about 2 inches in. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna go. Finish my sandwich, and I'm gonna run it through. Put this away. Okay, now that I've embossed it, I'm just the top part here, I'm going to take some of my Studio G pigment ink. It's white, and I'm just going to very lightly run over my embossing, and that's just going to bring it out and really show off that embossing a little bit more. Okay. Then your next piece that you're going to need, which is the butterfly print down here. By the way, this paper that I used is from the Madeline collection from Prima. Okay, this butterfly piece measures 3 3/4 by 2 3/8. And we're going to add that to this piece here before we even put it on our corrugated card. I'm looking, oh, here's my tape gun. Couldn't find it, guys. Okay, so let's add this piece. And just want to start it at the bottom and line it up at the top. And basically you're leaving a border around when you add it to it. Okay, now I'm going to take a little piece of my brown, it's like satin ribbon, and I'm going to line it up here to put it around the tag, and then I'm going to fold it behind it. Okay. Let me put on a little adhesive on the back and just a tiny strip on the front. Gonna line that up right up against the top there, and I really don't need this much ribbon. I cut a little too much there. I'm just gonna flip that around. I already added my adhesive here. Okay, now I need another little piece, and I'm basically going to tie this in a knot. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing because the lighting in here is not that great. Add a little bit of hot glue to the back of that ribbon, and I'm just going to glue it on right about here. Okay, give my ribbon a little trim. Add adhesive to the back of the tag. Oh, and I also made an envelope for these tag cards that you can fit the corrugated card into. So stay tuned for at the end of the video, and I'll give you all the measurements and put one together for you. Same basic style I used before. I just had to tweak the measurements. Okay, we're gonna kind of center this up and glue it on the front. So the measurements that I gave you always leaves a nice little border around the edges. I'm gonna flip this open, and right here, you see this line here and this line here where it folds, we're gonna be punching a hole in there. So you just want to center your punch. Make sure you keep it between those two lines, okay? And you want to put your hole. cut another piece of the ribbon, tie a knot in the center, just like I did before. And this knot I'm going to want to pull real tight because I don't want it too bulky for the inside. And then basically I just folded these two ends together, and I'm going to push them through this hole. Leaving the knot inside. Okay. Whoop! I pulled it right through. I think I did that like 3 times already. Let's try that again. On 3 of my tags, I just pulled too hard, so be careful you don't want to tear a big hole in there. I think I'm going to add a little piece of hot glue just so I know it's not going to come back through again. Okay, make some adjustments up top here. And I think I'll cut them both the same way. Okay, so now you have your piece up top, and we're almost finished. I stamped out a thank you sentiment on a brown piece of cardstock with the white ink, the Studio G ink here. And I went around the edges with my jelly roll. It's like a green glitter jelly roll pen, just to kind of bring it out, you know, the edges a little bit. And then I also added 2 pop dots. So I'm going to kind of center it between this piece here. Push that down. And then I have my 2 butterflies. I punched these out from with one of the Martha Stewart punches. This one right here. And I added a little bit of the Studio G glitter glue, and then in the center on the top one I just used the jelly roll pen. So I'm going to take some of my Scotch dry glue, add a little bit to the center of the butterfly, not a whole lot. And I'm going to glue these 2 together. So you only want to add it to like the body of the butterfly in the middle. And that way when you glue these on, you can lift the wings up, and it gives your butterfly some dimension like you see here on the tag. Okay, so I'm going to glue that onto the ribbon. I think I'll just add the glue onto the ribbon. It's a little safer that way. Sorry I'm being so quiet, guys, but it's kind of getting late, and I'm trying not to be too loud on my videos because my head is actually right here next to the camera, and it picks it up so good, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's the outside of our tag, and then all we need to do is put our inside piece that we're going to write on, and that piece measures 2.5 by 5 1/4. And then I also punched out another butterfly, which is brown, with some of the brown cardstock that I had. And I'm going to also add that to it with a little bit of this Scotch quick dry glue. I love this stuff. Whoop. Don't add too much because you'll just smooch it all over the place. And I'm just going to add it to the bottom there. And that's it, guys. That's my thank you tag card using the Michaels corrugated cardstock. I'm going to quickly show you how to put the envelopes together for these cards. A lot of these have a lot of dimension, like this one has a few pop dots on it, and they're going to fit perfectly inside, you know, these envelopes. And I just stamped on the front here. If you want to send them in the mail, make sure you use heavy cardstock. Okay. Alright, you're going to need a sheet of cardstock or whatever paper you're going to use for your envelope. It's going to measure 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, so you want to line it up, and you're going to score at the 2.5-inch mark. Flip it around, score it again at 2.5, and you're going to flip it this way. You're going to score it at the 1 inch, flip it around again, and score it at the 1 inch again. Fold up my lines here. I'm putting this together the same way I did the envelope for the perfect pear tag. So if you already know, you guys have seen me put these together several times, but if you haven't, stay tuned. I'm basically going to cut off the corners. Okay, so it should look like this. I'm going to go in and trim these corners off. Okay, and then once you have these corners off, this is your top flap and your bottom flap, and you're going to be putting these two together. So the piece that's going to lay on top, you want to add adhesive to the edge. You don't want to add it too far in because it'll stick to your inside envelope. I'm also going to add just a strip on the outside of this one, just to make sure it's glued down really well. Okay, run my foam folder over that. I'm going to round my edges. So pop that in here. Get out my 1-inch circle punch. Okay, we're going to kind of pop it open here. Line this circle punch up in the center of the envelope and only go in halfway and punch that out. That just makes it easier for you to pull your tag out. And then the bottom flap here, I'm just going to add some adhesive to it and fold it up. And that's it, guys. That's your tag for your envelope, and then you'll just add adhesive here once you put your tag or your goodies in. Okay, so thank you guys for watching the second part or the second video in the series. I hope you guys have fun making yours, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care.